So in that photo, the reason I've included that photo and where that photo was taken was I never got to go on any of the school trips because my mum and dad couldn't afford it. So I had to hear about them from everyone else. But when we were 15, 16, it was the school trip to France. That was the one to go on. But my dad was like, no, can't afford it. Sorry, boy. But still went out for curries twice a week and bought 50 quid worth of lottery tickets anyway, Dad. So they came back and Colin, who's not in the pictures, but he's like part of the nerd group I still play Dungeons and Dragons with. Former Q ladies. Colin got action on this holiday. And he's like, oh, I'm a goblin. And even he got off with a girl. And the reason he got off with a girl, it was one of those centres, that schools use and you do all activities.
Yeah.
The other school was a girls' school, a posh girls' school.
Oh, yeah.
And our only contact had been working class girls. Don't touch that. What do you think? I'm a slag. That's where toilet comes from. It's not going up there. Get out there. Whereas the posh girls like, do me in the stable. Yeah, just fuck me. Yeah. So they were like different creatures to us.
Wow.
They were completely unsexually repressed. We've all fucked. Why wouldn't you? It's just the same as the farm animals. They were all like that. So Dan had instantly pulled this girl, Ginny, who was like fit as fuck. She was like, I'm not going to sleep with you. I will give you a blowjob if that's okay. Like, no one in my year had a blowjob. And so they came back, and I remember Dan just being sat in the playground describing what a blowjob was. There must have been 30 of us.
Oh, my God.
Sat like that. And Colin had ended up shagging the girl he was with, and he was as boys, you're eager for information, mechanical detail, which for some reason no one wants to give us.
Instructions.
Not porn.
But
but mechanical instructions about a woman's body would be really fucking useful earlier on in the British education system, please.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's done at 14. Every other country with less STDs and less teenage pregnancy, guess what? They teach it at 5.
Right.
We get it at 14. And the reason we don't get it till so late in this country is because the right of this country say, they've tried many times to bring in sex education for 5-year-olds and above, and they say, we're not going to do it because you're teaching sex to children who aren't yet sexualised.
Yeah.
So you're making them think about sex when they're not yet thinking about sex. Well, they're not fucking thinking about the Tudors either, are they? So let's not teach them fucking anything in case they behead each other at break time. Moron. Anyway, so they get back. We're hearing all these stories about these posh girls that were liberated and empowered. There was no talk of the easy or any misogynistic language like that. I don't associate with any boys like that even back then. We were excited to meet empowered women that were like, this is the body, and we fuck. And we were like, oh, they exist. And so I found out that this school was having a school ball in High Wycombe, and if we all got suits, we could be +1s for these girls. And they all picked a boy, and I would manage, a girl I'd never met kindly let me be her +1. And we went to that school that night. And as soon as I walked in, there was a blonde girl, and Gina came up to me and was like, my friend fancies you straight away, that one over there. And I was like, there's no way a girl that looks like that could find me, it was like an 11 out of 10. I just couldn't believe it. I'd never even kissed a girl in my life. I never I'd had nothing.
Yeah.
I've been in Afghanistan from fuck all, right? And I think I'd even stopped wanking because it was like having a starter when you couldn't eat. And so my mate and I was like, I can't get this. And my mate Wayne, who's one of the ones that you saw in the picture with the glasses, he looks like Ray Winston, but he's also in that picture. He took me around the corner. Let's say he gave me a slug of whiskey in a Rizzler, and I just walked back in. And I just went, do you want to go for a walk? Because I said, he said, that's all you got to say to a girl is, would you like to go for a walk? I went, that's my stupid, what does that mean? She went, trust me, if she likes you, she'll go for a walk with you. And that's it. A full tongue kiss. I was nearly 17. Straight, she was so hot. And when we finished kissing, it's really pathetic. I was like nearly crying where I was just instantly in love. I was like, what's happening to me? And then I was with that girl for 3 years. That was my first relationship.